Oh, hi guys, welcome back. So, good news and very good news. Good news is we are doing the save and load tutorial. Now, it's actually quite simple to do. It can take a little bit of time depending on how you want to do it. So, what we're going to do is, in this tutorial, we're going to actually probably split it into a few parts. Firstly, we changed a little bit of the menu. I'll show you what we did. We're going to split a few of the parts. It's going to probably be a 3-part tutorial. So we're going to work on the actual UI of the pause menu, which we have here, waiting options, whatever. And then we're going to work on the actual system of saving. What I'm going to cover here is actually just how to save your player location, as well as health, and you guys can carry on from there. Create your own ideas and then record it, show me what you got, what you've been able to do. Leave some comments. Remember, like and subscribe if this helped you out, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Let's get started. So, the few changes we've made is the main menu. We have added a new button called load game, and we took all the buttons actually and we changed their padding to 15 instead of 30. If you've been following this tutorial through the whole playlist, which will be included in here, you should have the padding at 30. We changed it to 13. We also removed the big black block that was used for the video texture. So that's the only things we've done so far here. Now, in a second, I need to check something. Right, so here we have our basic level where we can run around, and pressing the end key will pause the game. Now, we're going to add a new button here called load game and save game. So quit the menu and quit the game, and we're going to go to in-game menu. We're going to open it up. It's under the UMG folder, and there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this button and we're going to right click copy, and then under the vertical box we're going to click on paste, and one more time paste. Okay, sorry for that. Paste. There we go. Right, there it is. That's the button I've been looking for. Keep that second. I made two of them with the same one. Now I'm going to keep them exactly where they are and just change what the text inside them is. So I'm going to save game and load game. If you like, you can actually create another little menu that will be created with this, that will allow you to actually select where to save your game and which game to load. I'll probably cover that in about part 4 as an update video for you, but that is the only change we're going to make here for now. Alright, now what you need, let's create a new folder called saves. We're going to call it save game system. Alright, so I'm just thinking of all. Let's save it, open up, and right click. You're going to create a blueprint class. You're going to right click and say blueprint class, and then you're going to click on this little arrow that says all classes, and here you're going to type in save. Save game. You're going to create an object called save game, and you're going to call this, let's call this save game player. Alright, so save game player. Right, now I need to open up Notepad. Okay, there we go, perfect. Now, the only thing you have to do inside of save game is you're going to create a variable. This one you're going to call player health, and the second one you're going to create, you're going to call it player, let's call it player transform, and what you're going to do is you're going to call this saved. Because I'm doing this saved because a lot of variables will look the same if they are not called saved. This is just a naming convention I prefer. So under player health, we're going to change this to a float, and player saved, we're going to create a transform. Now, save, compile, and then you're going to go back. That's the only thing you have to do here for now, unless you want to do something extra in here, but here we're fine. So now in the in-game menu, what you're going to do is you're going to click on save game, and you're going to press unclicked. Alright, so what's going to happen now is, as you press unclicked, we are going to check if that save game exists. Now, I will be right back. I just need to get my previous template going so I don't miss anything. This will be instant for you guys. Alright, and we're back. Awesome. So, there we go. So now, what we're going to do is, inside the in-game menu, we are going to actually create some functions. So, we're going to have 3 functions called save game, then load game, and check saved game. Alright, so I'm going to compile and save. Now, let's go one by one. So, save game check. Let's open it up, and what we're going to do is we're going to say there's going to be a new variable. And this is going to be called the save slot name. The save slot name is actually a string. Okay, cool. It's actually a string, and we're going to compile. And the save slot, what we're going to do is we're going to call this saved game 1. So this is the default value, is saved game 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag out the execution node, and we're going to say check does save game exist. Now if you're doing this in multiplayer, you're going to have to make sure that this is using your player's user index, but because what we're doing is a single player, we're going to be just using 0. So you're going to drag the save slot name into the slot name itself. Then you have a branch, so you hold down B and click, creating a branch. I don't know what's happening with the frame rate today. And there we go. So the condition is, does it exist? If true, what you're going to do is you're going to load the game. And on true, you're going to load the game, and on false, you're going to do the following. You're going to create a variable called player transform. This will be a transform, and now because you're doing this from within the in-game menu, you're going to say get player controller. There we go. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to say get cap get or sorry, I guess controller wouldn't work. So you're going to say player, and we're going to get the player character. Let's try character. Character should work. Get there we go. Get world transform, world location. We're looking for world location of the world transform of the capsule component, because that defines where your character is. Everything has to be attached to your character through the mesh component. As you can see, everything is underneath the capsule component, which is what surrounds it. So everything is attached to the mesh component, which means everything is defined in world state from the mesh component. So you're going to grab this world transform, and you're going to set the player transform to the actual location, or the transform of the capsule component. And then what you're going to do is you're going to save the game. Alright, so compile and save. Now, that's check saved game. Just a second to close some tabs here, so because it's a little bit slow for me. Alright, so on save game. So that's check save game. That's done. Now on save game, we are going to do the exact same thing, but this is just a little bit of a change. We're going to create saved game object, and we're going to set the save game player as the class. Now here we're going to have to create another variable. Actually, no, let's do this the easy way. Delete that. You're going to right click on the blue, promote that to a variable, and set this name to saved game reference, and there you are. That is your reference. Now this reference will be cast to save game player. As you can see, it's immediate. It doesn't do anything else but that. And then we're going to get player character get trans can't spell today. Get world transform of the capsule component. You can of course use the mesh if you like, but remember that mesh component is going to have everything attached to it. Then as the save game object, so the save game player object, we're going to say set player transform saved as the return value of the get world transform. And after that, we're also going to need the get health. Let's see, can we get the health from here? No, we cannot. Okay, so we're going to have to get it from the get player controller and get health. Why can I not get health? Just 1 second. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna cost the controller, cost this one, cost to third person. Okay, there we go. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to cost to the third person character to get some variables from this. So I like to keep my notes clean. And as the third person character, you're going to get health. And then we're going to grab the player health pause menu, and from the pause menu we're going to make this a float, of course. And now we're going to take this health and set. Sorry, we will not be able to set it like that. We'll have to set it from here. And I'm going to say set player health saved into the actual player health. Alright, and then this is what's going to happen next. Once you have saved all of the variables you want to save, there's a very simple function that's built in. It's called save game to slot. Now, a few things we need to do. Once again, the user index will be used if you are working with a multiplayer game. This is a single player, which means my user index will be 0, which is the first player essentially. Then save slot name, going to drag it in there, and then the save game reference is also going to be attached into the save game object. The slot name goes into slot name, save game reference goes into game object. And then for some debug information, what you're going to do is you're going to say print string. Actually, let's do it like this. So another branch just here. So if true, print the string saved the game, and then we're going to duplicate this and say in the front of that failed to save the game. Now those two you can remove once you know everything is working. Right, so that's save game done, and now load game is next. So save game complete. Now load game. Load game, it's almost exactly the same as save game, but with a few little differences. So load game from slot is what you need. User index, once again, you use the user index that you assign to your player. It's multiplayer code, we won't get into that if you guys really want to. But once again, this is 0. And then once you load it, you're going to cast it to save game player. And then you're going to say, as the set game player, what you want to do is you want to get saved player transform, and then drag this out, and you're going to have to do the following. You have to get player pawn up actor character. From the character, you're going to get world. Sorry, no, not get. Sorry, you're going to set the set world transform, and you're going to be looking for the capsule component, and from the cast node you're going to do that. Then you're going to set the player transform to the new transform, and make sure, if you like to, make sure everything is neat. Then as this, you're going to get player health saved, and as the character get sorry, I just need to see what I used earlier. We used, oh yes, we cast it, that's pretty good. So as the character, no, we cast the controller, get player controller, and then you're going to cast to player, no, you're going to, it was the character, okay, so you're going to cast the character to the third person character, which is the name of your actual blueprint that your player uses to run around in. Set player health to the you're going to set the player health to the save game slot. There it is, this is what I was looking for. Set it as that, and there we are. And then you're going to go here and then run. Actually, no, here we're going to just say print string. This is once again debug information. You just say game loaded. Alright, so that's your save and load system. Now, how are we going to save and how are we going to load the game? So, in the in-game menu, you have buttons. So let's first do the save game button. So on clicked, this is the save button. What you're going to do is you're going to say save game. Alright, compile, and then you're going to go back to designer, on load game. Simple enough. Load game. Now, continue game. If you had a if you had the main menu, and if you had continue game, that is where you'd use check if the save game exists. Because what would happen is, if you set continue, it will just check if the save game exists. If it does, it will then load the game. If it does not, it will create the save. Alright, so from the in-game menu, save, and we're going to go back to here. Now we're going to run around. I'm going to stand on top here, and I'm going to just exit the game. Alright, so I'm going to quit to the main menu without saving, and I'm going to quit. Alright, now I'm going to press play again, and as you can see, I spawned there. Now I'm going to go to the top here, press my pause button, which is N, say save game, and as you can see in the top it says save the game. Now I'm going to resume, and I'm going to run around a bit. Let's see let's run this way, and let's stand back to where we spawned. I'm going to pause the game again and say load. And as you can see, I actually loaded there. Because the game was paused, however, the camera did not move with the character. So, how that would be done is it would first, as you save the game, it will save the game, and then when you press load, you also have to set the game to unpause. I believe that there's actually a way to trigger an event such as the unpause. So click button on one. So here on load game, you want to generate. Okay, that's okay. We'll just do this. So there's actually a way to you could make this a function if you wanted to, but because we do not have a function, I'm just going to clone this and follow that through. Right, so what happens when you click on load? It will load the game, it will unpause it, it will enable the input of the player controller, it will disable the mouse cursor and set the game input mode to game only and remove the widget. So let's press play. To pause. Wait, remove. I'm going to run up the stairs, going to pause, save the game, unpause, run a bit, and pause, load the game, and we're back here. Now, I'm going to try something different. We're going to pause ourselves on here. Now, the problem being, we actually will not be able to do anything. Let's first go to the main menu and click on the load game, and on clicked, we are going to do the following. First of all, we are going to cast. We're actually going to have to make the same function twice. So what you can do is you can actually create this. Can't really duplicate, but what we'll do is we'll go into load game and going to copy this. No, we won't be able to. We're going to have to cast to the in-game menu, but the problem is that's not going to exist. So you're going to have to recreate this very same in-game menu almost twice inside the main menu, as far as I believe. But we can always try to cast to it. What we're going to do is we're going to actually cast to in-game menu. The object that we're going to cast is actually in-game menu, and this will be a widget, a user widget. Where is user widget? And that's what's going to be cost. Let's see if it even costs properly. So print string failed. Sorry, this is actually over testing, so let's see if this works. Success. Let's play. Put the menu and pause. Alright, so it fails. Because this does not exist yet in the world, we cannot use it. There is, however, a way to create a library that will do this for you, but I'll cover that in a different tutorial. For now, this is the very simple save and load kind of system. Wait, there's one more thing I want to try. Let's quickly play it in here. I'm going to run up the stairs, then I'm going to enable the mouse so I can actually change the player. I want to change his health amount, so let's reduce his health to about half, and we're going to continue running, and then we're going to save the game, resume the game, run. I'm going to decrease his health a little bit more. Alright, and that is his health at almost 0, and now I'm going to load, and this should bring our health back up. And yes, it does, and that is exactly where we need to be. And yes. Alright, so thank you for watching. This has been part 1 of about 4. I'm going to cover how to possibly load from the main menu using this very same system, which is going to move it to a different little library. Alright, so thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.